Hey everyone, it's Brandy and you're watching Abstract Crafter. Today is part 2 of 5 in Project Amazon. We have 1 down and 4 to go. So if you want to see who's up today for examination, then just keep on watching and we'll get into that as soon as we roll that intro clip. Alright everyone, so here we are for store number 2 in our little Amazon project. So this store is GraVity, and I have seen them quite a few times. The color palettes of their pictures, they have 3 that I've seen, and they're all listed in one listing, so if you click on that link you'll be able to see. And yesterday's store was or the last store. I can't say yesterday because these videos ain't going out back to back. But the last store in the Amazon project for the first day was called Tool Station, and it was the tie-dye sunflower. So if you want to know what was going on in that video, then go ahead, I'll link that up in the eye. So the Amazon project, I'll just quickly go over it because I explain it more in that last video. But basically, I've ordered a lot off of AliExpress, and I very rarely order a bunch from Amazon. I do here and there, or I have gotten a few sent to me free for review, but I have very far and few between ordered for myself off of Amazon. So I went in with a budget of $50. I did go over that by about $7, but I explained that better in the first video. So for more context, obviously you want to go watch that video, at least the very beginning of it. And I ordered 5 separate paintings with a budget of around $10 each. So the first order was $9.99, and that was right on budget. It had a 5% off coupon. And the second store, GraVity, has been on my list for quite a while, and they do fluctuate in price. Not as much as some of the other paintings that we'll see, but they do fluctuate quite a bit. So this is how this one's packed. Nothing inside to kind of keep it from bouncing. But here's what their box looks like, and I like that. It's plastic instead of cardboard, so that's a little bit different. There's their logo. So otherwise it's pretty plain. Their color scheme is pretty plain. They're like kind of a brown gold, and they all seem to have like a border, and there's actually a picture right there of what one I ordered. They all have similar themes as far as trees and looking like they have a border, and what I mean is right there it looks like they have a border built in. This was the only one that had words, and if you want to try to read what that says, you can go ahead and pause it. I won't try to read that to you, not right off of this small picture. But to give you a little bit better picture, I'm going to actually insert one from the website, and then right after that will also be the listing that I looked at in order to make a decision on this store. So I'm going to insert those both right here. Alright, well, why don't we dig into this and see what they're all about. I didn't look at reviews on this one. I had actually a long time ago, but not recently, and I ordered this one just because it was around the $10 price mark. So the first day I went in with a $30 budget, the next day I went in with a $20 budget, and one of the paintings I ordered was only $7 or $8, and so I had a couple dollars to play around with, and this one was $11.99. I only went over budget by a quarter my first time around. So I was meant to spend $30. I spent $30.24. I did mention this in the last video from Tool Station that I will give you shipping information, but you have to keep in mind that I do have Prime with free 2-day shipping. I didn't quite mention it in the last video, but I will link down in the description. There is a program for people that are maybe lower income or on Medicaid or on the EBT food stamps, so that you can get Amazon Prime for $5.99 a month, which is a heck of a deal. So I will link that down below for those of you that are interested. If you're not sure if you'd qualify, you can just click on the link and go ahead and fill out the information, and they'll let you know what it is that you qualify for. So, as you can see, this is packaged pretty nicely. I did not show you inside the box because there was nothing else inside of here. Everything is wrapped up inside of that, but that's what that looks like. It's pretty cool looking, actually. So, I can feel everything inside of this painting. And I'm not usually a big fan of that, but we'll see how it goes. So, I did tell you that this was $11.99. They did not have a chart preview in their description box. And they did not tell me if it was round or square, but as I can see here, this is round. And this is the toolkit. It looks like it has a 6-placer with it, cheap tweezers, 2 plates of wax, some baggies, and a small tray. Put that off to the side, and we'll take a look at these in just a minute. Let me see. This was one of 3 in the description, so the color, there was this one and 2 other ones. So one thing that's a little different is this is showing a 40 by 50. I thought I was buying a 30 by 40, so pleasantly surprised by that. They're calling themselves a Magic Cube Round Diamond, but they did advertise themselves as Diamond Dots, spelled like the brand name. So, kind of give you a look at the painting here. I think it looks pretty beautiful. I don't think that the words are going to be, I don't think we're going to make them out very well, honestly. I think it's going to be kind of hard to read. But since we're up there, the chart does look pretty good. I remember before that some people were saying that this letter A was in their chart, but it wasn't actually on here. So that's kind of good to know. It does look like they are using DMC, so that's good to know. Obviously, this is a look at the chart. Very simplistic, easy to read. It doesn't look like they'll be confused with each other. The overall canvas itself looks pretty good. There's a lot more color in it than is advertised online. This looks like a much more muted color palette. Online, I did not have a choice of color when I ordered this, and I can see my packaging sticking up off screen. So let's see if we can, before I lift that paper and then try to put it back down and then roll it and lift the paper again, let's just roll it and see if we can get it. So rolling it the opposite way when you have this clear cover paper. And I do want to say right off the bat that this is a really nice, thick quality, or quality feeling canvas. It doesn't feel as thin and flimsy as a lot of the canvases that I've gotten Amazon in the past. And this is more like a cellophane than a plastic cover. So it's much thicker than what we typically get with clear coat covers on our canvases. And it looks like the chart, this is the only chart, and it is very small. And I'm not noticing inventory sheet, even though it did look like one was advertised in the description, but that could just have been them showing an example of what their charts look like. Alright. Try to get that as flat as possible here. This is 26 colors. trying to look over my information. So I know I did touch on the shipping information. I got this in 3 days total. So I ordered it on the 11th. It shipped out the 11th. I received it on the 13th, which was a Sunday. So I did get Sunday delivery on this one. And I'm sorry, my camera keeps going in and out. And I just wanted to show you that again, because it is really pretty. The blue is obviously the woodpeckers, and this looks like flowers. This is supposed to be like a decorative border on the sides. And again, I just don't think that the words are going to come out very clear, which is a big bummer because it was a big point. Hey guys, so I wanted to insert this clip because I'm editing this video right now. So this is like an on-the-go clip insert. I don't know. But anyway, I was trying to figure out what the writing on the top and bottom was, and I tried to look up just like Old English fonts to compare, because none of it looked quite right. And then so I thought I'd just type in, so here's the GraVity site. I thought I would just type this stuff in and see what popped up. So I just typed woodpecker in fruit tree, and then I typed in I once a king in chief, and just seen what popped up, and it brought me to this site. So this diamond painting is based on a tapestry as well as the other two options, which is this one right here, which is I think that one's called the Strawberry Thief, and this other one, which he doesn't have anymore, and this one is the Tree of Life. And all three are based on this designer William Morris, and then they were just changed into diamond paintings by this company, and that's the text, which I'm sure I'm going to put on the screen for you anyway. But I wanted to insert this because I thought it was so interesting. I'm hoping that they actually have the permission to do this, because look at the cost. $135 for a 39 by 19 and $375 for a 61 by 29. Ah, that's crazy, right? And so there we go, and I'll insert a picture also. I was able to click on it at some point. There it is. So there's the original tapestry, and how gorgeous is that? So I hope that the diamond painting does it some justice, and the words themselves are not changed. I thought maybe they were just poorly translated, but it appears as though that's how they really are supposed to be translated. And I'll scroll down a little bit so you can see the whole thing. And that is one gorgeous tapestry. Could you imagine? So, okay, I'll let you get back to the rest of the review. I just wanted to make sure I included this information because I thought it was quite interesting. Okay. They do have some information down here. If you want to pause and read that, go ahead. They also have the instructions in picture form. Oh, that would have been cool to get that red tray. I don't have one like that. So, let's take a look at the diamonds. So, they're packed a little differently. Right there we have the Y1245, and there's our code Y1245 right there. So the one thing that I don't like, and I'm going to say right off the bat, is I don't like how these diamonds are packaged, and I will show you in a second why. See if we can figure out, there it is. And we'll look at all these colors in just a minute, but so you can see here that all it says is A16, and A16 is right here, so I have no idea if that's actually, oh, sorry, you probably can't see that because it's so small. I'll bring that up to you. 16, so I actually have no idea if that's the right color or not, but let's flip this over and just make sure we have all 28 colors, because I remember once upon a time that there was a lot of complaints about not getting all the colors, or getting colors that didn't seem to be on the chart, or missing colors from the chart. So let's get that off. So let's just try to put these in some kind of order as best I can here. 10, 11, 18. We'll probably have to do something more like this. So, oh, there's another bag of A10. 2, 9, 25, 24, 5, 11. Oh, I already counted that one. 22, 6, 17, 7, 26, 21, 20, 8, 12, there's 1, 13, 3, oh, I didn't even realize I didn't have 3 yet, huh. Oops, 14, 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and, okay, 26 colors. So I don't know why I was thinking 28 colors. I might have even said that a couple of times. So all the colors are here, but as you can see, like I said, I don't really care for the fact that they're labeled like that, but it'll be okay once I get them in their kits. So there's no other information on these to let me know what kit they go to. I'll remember just because it's so unique, and the canvas itself is pretty unique. So that's not something I'll likely forget. Okay, so let's get these put away and make sure that I got all the information. Let's turn this back around. Alright, I think everything's been covered. I don't really have a whole lot more to say on this. I am pleasantly surprised at the quality. I'm a little disappointed in the details. I'm pleasantly surprised that it's bigger than it said. So even at a 40 by 50 and having a hard time reading these, I don't think them being in diamond form will make that writing magically better. It was already hard to read from the picture. So that'll be something to keep in mind. I do really like it. Let's measure it. That's what we got to do. Let's measure it and see how accurate it is. It was advertised in inches, so I'm surprised to see that they actually have centimeters on here. But, so we're hitting right on 40. Let's turn this. Oh, and I just lost a baggie. And right on 50, so they are exact on their measurements. In inches, 19 and that 3/4, 19 and 3/4. Sorry, blonde moment. And this is at 15 and 7/8. So, yeah, not too shabby of a size. Let's go over scoring. And if you don't remember, if you didn't watch the last video, I did change this one here, the overall first impression. I took 1 point from that and created a new category for Amazon orders only, and that is, I'm giving 1 point for the description accuracy. So basically, did I feel like I got what they said I would get? Based on first impressions alone. That's all I can really base it on right now. So canvas condition, excellent. So 1 point for canvas condition. The canvas image based on first impressions, I am going to deduct a ½ point and only give it a ½ point because it's a lot more blurry than I thought it was going to be in the words, and the side doesn't appear to have as much detail. So based on that alone, I mean, I should be able to make out the words now. If I can't make them out now, there's no way I'm going to be able to make them out when the diamonds are actually applied. And I say that merely from experience. If I am wrong when this is done, then believe me, they will get their points for it. But as of right now, all I have are first impressions. So half a point for canvas image. Wow, that was kind of hard for me to say right there. 1 point for the clarity of symbols. The symbols do look very clear. They look very easy to read. I'm not seeing anything blurry. So that's nice. It appears that there is a complete bead inventory, so 1 point for that. Everything was included. Canvas beads and tools, so 1 point for that. The outside packaging, as you saw, it was a box inside of a box. And that makes me very happy. So 1 point for the outside packaging. It was, you know, I don't really care for it when they wrap the diamonds and the toolkits inside, but it didn't appear to do any damage to the canvas, so they can get the 1 point for the way it was for the inside packing. It was very, very fast processing and shipping, and I did say that with Amazon alone, because they take responsibility for shipping, that I will include not just the processing time from the time I order to the time it leaves their warehouse, which is what I do for most stores like AliExpress. In this case, it does include the time it takes to get to me, and if I get it, since I am a Prime member, and Amazon guarantees 2-day delivery, which is not including the day you order it. So I ordered it on the 11th, I got it by the 13th, even though that was 3 days, that was still within their 2-day guideline. So just remember that if you're ordering with 2-day shipping, you cannot include the day that you order it. So, in most of the time, they'll tell you that right in the description. So, it means 2 days after. And it doesn't even mean business days anymore. It used to. Anyway, I'm rambling. So, they can have the 1 point for fast processing and shipping. Overall, first impression, am I happy with my order? I'm very happy with my order. I'm a slight bit disappointed in the image, the words, but I'm not going to take a half a point off because I already did for that reason. But I am fairly happy with my order. So, they can get the full point for that. The description accuracy, they did have a really nice description. I feel like I got exactly what it was claimed. And even though I thought I was getting a 30 by 40 and I got a 40 by 50. I may have read that wrong. You'll know if something's popping up right here saying I was indeed wrong. But I'm not going to take anything away from that, just because it's better than I expected. So I feel like the description was incredibly accurate. There was no false advertising. Because really that just means, did they say full but I got a partial? Did it say square but I got round? That's more or less what I mean by that. Or did they say it was going to be a 40 by 40 but I got a 20 by 20? That kind of thing. So I feel like they were very accurate in their description. So in total, minus the half a point for the image, 9.5 out of 10. So very good score for this store from GraVity. Or this painting from GraVity. Based on first impressions alone, I'd say go check them out. If you like one of the 3 paintings, just keep in mind that I was expecting this to be a lot darker of an image, and it's actually really bright. So if you like these, and there is one that I really did like a lot. There's Strawberry Thief, and then there's another one, not Strawberry Thief, but the other one that has a lot more decorative border, and that one is really pretty. And I do believe that one is $1 more than this one. So that's the only thing that is kind of a bummer about that. So based on first impressions alone, for $11.99, I think that is one heck of a deal. So the next store in line for the Amazon project is, let me grab it here. There it is. And this one I'm really excited about, and you'll see why when you see the image. So, QC Style Store. And I actually had never heard of this store, so this was new in my little experiment. So I'm pretty excited to see if they are a good company. So far, we're 2 out of 2 as far as stores. So I'm on a mission to find the best stores on Amazon, and I think I found 2 of them so far, plus some of the other reviews I've done in the past. I think I've only come across one store I wouldn't recommend on Amazon. And I can't even think of it off the top of my head. But if you watch some of my earlier videos, you'll probably know what store it is. So, alright guys, I will let you go now. So stay tuned for store number 3 coming up in probably a couple days here. With that, I will let you go. Have an awesome day. Have fun diamond painting. Have fun crafting. Have fun doing whatever it is that makes you happy. I love you, friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!